Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, but we have so much to disclose around Coinbase, around the XRP case. There's just so much to actually talk about, so I don't want to waste any time. So let's just dive in and let's talk about a few things. So we do see here the SEC has requested permission to file a 30-page opening brief and a 10-page reply brief in support of the SEC's objections to Magistrate Judge Netburn's ruling ordering the SEC to disclose the Hinman speech documents. Ripple objects. Now, real quick, I'm sure that a lot of you guys have already heard the news today. I just woke up, and this is when I'm actually seeing all this stuff now. So I do apologize if I'm a little, bit late to the party, but I did also get a little bit more information from a few projects that I am personally invested in that has been getting targeted from the SEC. We're going to be addressing that in this video as well. Definitely stay tuned to the end of this video. But to me, this entire, brief here is to save face and to have, these documents and the speech never see the light of day. You got to remember that the SEC right now is trying to play, this protector role where they are, protecting investors. They're not going against investors. These documents are going to completely demolish any sort of SEC, reputation that they even have left. And this is exactly why they are trying to hide all these documents. Now, today we actually did get a few updates around the SEC and what their clear path is. Remember what I said, and remember the video going back about 7 days ago now. It's been one whole week where we were talking about how exchanges are not safe. It was this tweet specifically from John E. Deaton where he was talking about, Gary Gensler and why, Bitcoin is claimed as a non-security. It's a commodity, if you will. And he's addressing how every other token is a security. It's because he wants to go after exchanges, specifically two. We do see here he's planning on suing an exchange or two for selling unregistered securities. Now, remember, we actually had, a flame that sparked that entire movement going back to April. And we're actually going to be talking about it because it is around Coinbase. But first, here we also have a little bit of a better view on this. It's a 2-minute long video. Please bear with me. I know there's a full video on this as well, but this is about the library case. Listen closely to this.
Because the judge said that this case, the library case, and it also applies to Ripple and the XRP case, is a unique case that has not been fully addressed by the appellate courts. He said it's what we call a mixed use case, right? Some people own the token and acquired it for consumption, and some people acquired it for investment. And how do you handle that? And the judge ended up near the end of the hearing saying to the SEC attorney, well, what if we were to look at every library transaction and we were to come up and find out that 75% of the people acquired it for use and utility, right? To utilize the platform, and 25% investment. How does that make it a security or not security? The SEC's attorney basically said something very dangerous. He said utility doesn't matter. And the SEC attorney conceded that some people acquire LBC for consumption and to utilize the blockchain. But he said to the judge, doesn't matter what the percentage is, even if it's 75% of the people who acquired it for use and non-investment. If an objectively can say that there was some expectation of profit, that it's a security. And I just want you to think about that for a minute, because that is so dangerous, because it's an umbrella that just usurps all kinds of asset classes. It would make every crypto. You could even argue that definition applies to Bitcoin in many instances.
This case is part of the SEC setting a precedent that will establish that every single cryptocurrency developer, operator, builder, exchange, it is all illegal. That is what this precedent will do. That is why the SEC is going to Matt. We offered the SEC millions of dollars in settlement money. We offered the SEC lots of things. They declined all of it and chose to bring this case. They chose to go all the way. Why would they do that? Why would they do that if they're not trying to accomplish something bigger than this case?
And that's the truth. Like right now, there's a very, very dangerous precedent that is being set forth by the SEC. And to me, what that is to attack crypto to the point where they collapse it. And so far, they have made it apparent that they do not care about the investor. They do not care about utility. They do not care about the vision behind any of these projects around crypto. What is going on? Are they trying to protect banks? Are they trying to protect the US dollar? What is going on here? Because I don't believe anybody in crypto, and I say this, because there's a very large percentage of individuals that do know exactly what they are doing here, why they are invested. There's a very small percentage of individuals out there that just don't understand things around this space, and they end up, investing into the wrong tokens. They end up getting rug pulled by, investing into scam tokens. But there's a very large percentage of individuals that do not need any protecting. They don't need any sort of guidelines on what token to invest. The issue here is that you have individuals investing their money into tokens that, at some point in time thought that they had full regulatory clarity, which we're going to get into, and then now they are being deemed a security, which we will jump into. But yes, I do believe that this is very dangerous for crypto. And we actually do see here, I expect to see a lot of FUD around a potential Coinbase bankruptcy. This goes back to the 16th. And the reason why I bring this back up is because a lot of individuals have been talking about a possible Coinbase bankruptcy. And we actually do see down here, the reason is obvious. A Coinbase bankruptcy would set the crypto industry back 5 years or more. The public perception of crypto being a scam would grow exponentially. Instead of smart and tailored regulation, we would likely get oppressive regulations. Yes, this is not good. We should not be hoping for a Coinbase, bankruptcy or anything like that. Could it happen? It's possible, but if we actually look here, Coinbase has $6 billion in cash plus large crypto reserves. They will be fine. With that being said, I just transferred everything off. And this last statement here from Jungle Inc. XRP is actually pretty smart. No matter how large an exchange is, if we go over to CoinMarketCap, for an example, we go to exchanges, you can see these exchanges. They are very large exchanges. Binance, $17.5 billion. Do you think that I'm going to trust Binance, though, with my tokens? Absolutely not. The same goes for Coinbase. I'm getting all of my tokens off of these exchanges onto a ledger. And of course, you guys could use Decent Wallet, whatever the case may be. If you guys want to utilize my link, you guys are more than welcome to down in the description below, in the comments below. But I utilize cold storage because I don't trust any of these exchanges, especially at times like these where we don't know what the SEC's next move is. Are they going to go after exchanges? Are they going to just say every single token in crypto is a security? We don't know. They have not been easy to predict the next move at all. And now we have this. So going back to, a little bit in time, going back to like December this is April. I thought it was December because the date was weird. This is from Kobe. You guys probably know Kobe. He's a very large influencer around crypto, an OG, if you will. And we do see down here, found an Ethereum address that bought hundreds of thousands of dollars of tokens exclusively, featured in the Coinbase asset listing post about 24 hours before it was published. And here you guys have a lot of those tokens. Like, for example, there's Chromatica, which, by the way, Chromatica is a token that I personally am invested in. And there's a ton of other tokens. We're going to be addressing this. And also, we do see over here, ex-Coinbase manager arrested in U.S. crypto insider trading case. Yep, this just happened. And, of course, down here, we do see here, found a related address that also bought Zio, Fox, and RGT before their Coinbase listing announcements as well. Yeah, this is pretty rough. And the fact is that later in April, we did see an update from Coinbase, an update about our, asset listing process. This sparked them to not only stop posting when they are, going to list something on Twitter, but they also launched an investigation. They did an investigation on this, and yes, they did find out who was doing the insider trading. Since then, yes, we've seen a few updates around it. For example, breaking former Coinbase product manager, Ishan Wali, I hope that I'm saying that name right, has been arrested for his alleged role in an insider trading scheme. Former Coinbase employee allegedly tipped his brother and friend regarding crypto assets that were going to be listed on Coinbase exchanges. Now, this is where things get a little bit interesting. So first off, here's Brian Armstrong, talking a little bit about it. At Coinbase, we actively monitor for illegal activity and investigate any alleged, misconduct. In April, we received information about possible front running of assets shortly before, being listed on Coinbase. We immediately launched an investigation into this. As a result of our investigation, we identified three suspects and provided this information to law enforcement. One person was a Coinbase employee who, we terminated. Today, the DOJ has, criminally charged this former employee and the two other individuals for this abusive conduct. And this happened rapidly, but the issue here is that they are going to utilize this so easily. You got to remember, the same goes for like the Luna situation. Was it a problem in the code? Was it a problem in the mechanism? Sure, yeah, it was. But they utilized that so perfectly to target stablecoins, to say stablecoins are no longer, safe. They are a systemic risk. Stay away from them. They will, turn this around easily as well and utilize this as a major argument point around crypto exchanges, especially Coinbase being one of the main ones. And going back to the initial tweet here, which is this one, LCX, by the way, we're going to be addressing LCX here in a second. I just want to read two things here. So first off, the SEC alleges in today's complaint that 9 digital assets are securities, but don't, explain their analysis for even one. They also didn't sue the issuers or exchange where the tokens traded, the people with resources to fight back. They just went after one man and his family. It's hard to overstate what a mess this will be. The SEC's jurisdiction turns on whether these assets are in fact securities. This means the case may require 9 mini trials, one of each asset, to resolve their security status, without the issuers or exchange to defend any. Now, this is a very large concern. Obviously, yes, these are just allegations. Complaints filed in court are allegations, not facts. Defendants are presumed innocent until proven guilty. Enforcement agencies can and do get it wrong. Now, why am I bringing this up? Well, here are those 9 tokens. The assets were AMP, RLY, DDX, ZIO, RGT, LCX, Power, DFX, CROM. They were each mentioned in connection with alleged insider trading. So these are the tokens that were, of course, involved in the insider trading scheme. Now, a few of these I did hold at one point in time, like ZIO I did hold at one point in time. LCX I did hold at one time. I do not have it anymore, but LCX is a very big surprise, by the way, that is being labeled as a security, if you will. But CROM is one. Chromatica is one that I do hold. And I actually did discuss this with the owner and the founder of the project. We're going to be addressing that by the end of this video. But going back to this tweet here, we actually do see Monty from LCX. He's the CEO and founder. LCX is classified as a utility token. The U.S. is way behind European regulatory frameworks. Liechtenstein's blockchain laws are in full force since 2020. European Parliament approved MiCA. LCX gained 8 blockchain-related registrations. And of course, here we do see them responding, like the SEC has filed a lawsuit against an ex-Coinbase employee and 2 other named individuals in relation to insider trading. The person was in charge of listings and shared confidential information with the 2 other individuals who then did trades and bought these tokens. The lawsuit also alleges the following tokens are securities, and of course there's the list. LCX token has been issued in a compliant manner. Renowned law firms in Liechtenstein, Singapore, and the U.S. confirmed that LCX token is classified as a utility. Legal opinion quotes the SEC in individual states. Likely they would not consider the LCX token to be a security. Singapore LCX tokens would not constitute capital markets products under the SFA. Liechtenstein LCX token are classified as utility tokens according to TVTG. And of course, they do go on and on and on here. There's a ton of this, but yes, these tokens are not securities at all, especially Chromatica. For an example, I do have a screenshot here. So here's me discussing this. I said, we are making history, huh? The SEC is seriously on a warpath, and it's disgusting. Too bad Chrome was maybe part of an insider trading, even without our knowledge or knowings nor consent. I said, 100%, the SEC is ridiculous right now. Gary Gensler is a certified clown. In April 2022, Chromatica launched a staking program where Chrome holders can stake the token and earn a revenue share from the fees that are charged for using the Chromatica platform. Why I can't see a staking for Chrome yet, and the SEC says we have it. So now the SEC is literally making up allegations around some of these tokens, including Chromatica. There is no staking mechanism live for Chromatica. There's nothing like this. This is an issue. I don't know what is going on right now in the U.S., but we really need to get our stuff together, because like this is not good at all for this market. And also, there's a few other things as well we do see over here. We have been calling for a workable crypto securities framework. Today, Coinbase is formalizing those calls in a petition to the SEC, requesting rules that work for digital asset securities. The U.S. crypto market, which is overwhelmingly made up of commodities, is robust, yet despite billions of dollars invested in crypto innovation in 13 plus years since the invention of Bitcoin, there is still no meaningful crypto securities market in the U.S. That's because securities rules simply don't work for tokenized debt. They don't work for tokenized equity. And they don't work for crypto securities. That's a major problem for American innovation and competition. As a result, the U.S. is falling behind in digital asset innovation. Other regulators, around the world, including in the EU, UK, Singapore, Japan, Hong Kong, and Australia, are well on their way to cohesive, workable crypto rules. And again, this goes down a little bit more here. Digital assets offer profound benefits like real-time settlement, safe trading without costly intermediaries, and transparent transaction records. These benefits won't come to pass if digital innovation, is excluded from a market as big and impactful as the securities market. Unfortunately, the SEC Gov has been willing to write new rules for crypto, and these are like the securities, if you will. I mean, if you want to call them securities, go ahead. Instead, it has relied on, one-off enforcement actions. This approach has stifled the crypto securities market and created enormous risk for investors. Effective regulation, benefits everyone, buyers, sellers, exchanges, and the U.S. financial system. Our petition lays out a potential path forward, so the SEC doesn't have to start from scratch. We invite others to join us in finding a workable solution. We may not agree every step of the way, but it is critical that this is an open and transparent process where the public can weigh in. Policymaking at this level is far too important to be made in a black box. And I do completely agree. Like, there is major issues around this space right now. It is honestly crazy to me that, we are still seeing these tokens being blatantly attacked. And going back to this video, man, it is something special. Like, you look at this market and you kind of just take a step back. And I don't understand why they didn't have any discussions around, crypto regulations initially going back like 10 years, for an example. Like, the Silk Road situation should have, sparked a debate on regulations around crypto. But no, they let it go. And they let crypto grow and grow and grow and grow to this massive ballooned asset class. And then all of a sudden they come in and say, all of it is a security. Exchanges are illegal. Developers are illegal. Like, what is going on? Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. If you guys did enjoy this video, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As up that you all have a beautiful day or beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. It's been Nick. Peace out, guys.